Wife confessed she baby trapped me. Me, 29M, and my wife, 31F, met 3 years ago and started dating a little over 2.5 years ago. About a year in, she became pregnant with our son and we decided to get married live together as a family. Honestly, it has been great and I am truly happy that I have a family and we've even been considering having another kid. Last night after putting my son down, my wife and I were in the kitchen. She looked a little uneasy and out of nowhere she just broke down crying. I got her to calm down and she confessed that she got pregnant on purpose in hopes that I would stay with her. It was a huge shock to me but didn't pay much attention to it as my wife wasn't in a good state. She said that she couldn't live with the guilt anymore and begged me not to leave her. I told her everything was going to be okay and sent her to bed to get some sleep. I pretty much stayed up all night driving myself insane with what went down. The thing is, I really do love my wife, my son and the way my life is going. And TBH, I really did see myself in this life, albeit a couple years down the line. On top of that, she really didn't stand much to gain having me around as she came from a wealthy background and myself being middle class. In fact, it was her dad who bought us a house and helped financially even though I was able to. I'm just really conflicted with her confession. Why wait so long? Is she having second thoughts? Can I even trust her? Etc. Any help would be great here, guys. I've been in a similar situation. The way I described it in therapy was, you gambled my entire life savings on a bet and it worked out. I'm happy it worked, but I'm mad you took the bet without asking me. I feel like you are conflicted because you know what she did was really wrong. But you are happy and so being angry at her for a happy life feels wrong to some degree. You can be upset at the actions and still be happy now. The two do not have to be mutually exclusive. I feel like couples therapy would help here, so that later down the line you don't have resentment during a tough period. All relationships have ups and downs. Why wait so long? She was afraid to lose you. Is she having second thoughts? Doubtful. I think she just feels immensely guilty. Can I even trust her? I mean, that is for you to figure out. Another reason couples therapy might be a good idea. How exactly did she get pregnant on purpose? Was she just banking on a happy accident, or did she actively, knowingly lie about being on contraception while actually not being on it? When you say she said she baby trapped you, did she lie to you and tell you she was on BC when she wasn't? That would be my issue. The potential lying. You get to be mad because it's messed up, but if you actually love your life, wife and kid, then you will probably be able to overcome it. Therapy is a good idea. Well, what she did was wrong. However, you both seem to have built a life around your family. You answered your own question. The thing is, I really do love my wife, my son and the way my life going. And TBH, I really did see myself in this life, albeit a couple years down the line. When you said, I told her everything was going to be okay and sent her to bed to get some sleep, it speaks of love. My eyes. Don't drive yourself crazy. This is an opportunity to build. I suggest you consider taking it. Maybe some counseling is in order. Remember why you fell in love with her. I would get into couples therapy. She engaged in a huge breach of trust and I doubt you can just ignore that. Next time you need to trust her, you two need to explore why she acted the way she did and how to try to repair what happened. She might well need solo therapy. The good news is that she felt super guilty and confessed, which gives me hope. I'm guessing she feels guilty about being happy, and even about seeing you happy, since it was built on a lie. I doubt it's about second thoughts. It sounds like you're inclined to forgive her, which is totally fine and understandable. But maybe couples therapy would be helpful to make sure you guys work it out calmly and help to shore up any trust issues this has caused. In the end, you're happy with how things are. In the grand scheme of betrayals, this, while significant, don't get me wrong, is at least, I don't know, positive? Like, done out of a desire to hold on to something good. That's not an excuse, and could have turned out very badly. But it's a different spot, emotionally, from cheating or something like that. So can very much see you guys working this out. Baby trapped you? Did she lie about taking birth control? JFC, this threat would look so different if genders were reversed. Even if you are happy now with relationship, what she did was the result of her insecurities. This is not about you being a good catch. It was about her fear of losing you, and instead of talking and solving the issue in a mature way, she decided to coerce your reproductive freedom. Now that you're talking about a second kid, her guilt has resurfaced backways of the difference between planning a child with you and doing without your consent. Please do not rug sweep this under the carpet. Please go to couples therapy for the mental health of both of you. What she did seriously broke your trust on her, and unless both work on it, you will always have doubts about her motives. Talk with her and establish a very hard boundaries here. Tell her that you are willing to forgive her, but you have conditions. 1. You won't tolerate this kind of manipulation. If she decides play another stint like this, the relationship is over. 2. She needs to go to individual counseling to understand why she did it and to deal with her feelings. 3. Both needs couple therapy. One of the main pillars of a relationship was broken. She broke your trust, and both need to learn how to communicate better and re-establish that trust together. 4. Postpone the idea of having a second child until both feel the relationship is stable again and both are on a better mental space. Please do not ignore this. If you want to have a healthy marriage, both will need to do a lot of work, especially if you were thinking about a new kid. This the kind of things that is going to bite you in the future if you don't deal with it now. Man, I feel like these comments would be completely different if the genders were reversed. Well, she got you, my dude. Honestly, it has been great, and I am truly happy that I have a family. I think context matters, regardless of her intentions. If you are happy with what you have, then that should be enough. If you feel like you were tricked into a situation you didn't want to be in, then that is a different story. The end result is, how do you feel about your family? The rest can be water under the bridge. If you're happy, it seems an open and honest conversation about how she might help rebuild the trust back with you will do you a world of good. Sounds like she came clean because she was feeling guilty about how she went about things. But I understand your worries. If she did it once, will she do it again and stuff like it? So lay down some boundaries. Tell her you want her to be honest in the future. Like you said, you're happy with her and your son, so while it's never nice to be tricked like that, seems it worked out for you. There is sadly plenty of stories on here with dudes being trapped with another dude's kid. Maybe some couples therapy will help with advice or give both of you some tips on how to deal with any trust issues that might develop. I think you have to question if her telling of it is actually true to the event. Did you have open-ended conversations about being excited to start a family soon? Did you know she was off birth control? Etc. If it was kind of an accident on purpose, how aware were you that it could happen, and did you give any mixed messages or hints that you might be excited for it to happen if it did? I'm not saying people should just proceed with whatever they want to do whenever they receive mixed messages. Just that it might be a little easier to forgive her if at the time she thought that you wanted it. 2. And if she's been going through a hard time lately, she may be struggling to forgive herself. This is a conversation to have with your wife. Internet people won't be able to answer these questions for you. I would worry about her character. Honestly, I wonder what else she has been lying to you about. I suggest you get counseling, and you have some talks about it. My other question would be why now? Usually there is some reason. Something that changed. Wow, I would never be able to forgive that. She violated your trust in an irreparable way. How could you ever trust her again? What she did is in the same realm as rape. Do you want someone who does that in your life? Raising your kids? The only thing to worry about, if you aren't mad, upset, is if she is going to do it again when she wants the next one.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Eracast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.